Hello, this is Cian Toomey for the fourth week of Money Banking. So I'm not sure whether or not you can tell, but I'm back in Galway, not at one of its more scenic locations, but one that's quite apt for today's recap. So behind me is the Porter Shed. As you can see, it's also backed by AIB, and to some extent that kind of explains that there is this overlap between technology, fintechs and traditional banking. What I mean by that is, within this Porter Shed, there's quite a few startup fintech operations as well as other startups. And as you can see as well, therefore it's also been backed by AIB. In other words, AIB has sponsored this particular facility. And more generally within this facility, there's also a lot of other technology companies, some of which overlap in the sense some of them are blockchain, which links to not just fintech, but more generally other types of solutions for next generation web. So what we did this week, just to be clear again, is in Tuesday's class we explained, I suppose, what the basics of fintech are, financial technology firms. And again, it's important to recognize that it's essentially an umbrella term for a range of different companies providing many different types of solutions, whether those are in payments, peer-to-peer lending, neobanks, crypto, blockchain, etc. So again, when you are thinking about which case study to look at for your assignment, you can choose any one of those. And then I suppose the other part of Tuesday's class was just discussing some of the challenges to banking. So we mentioned a series of articles from The Economist, which again you should look at, and discuss the three key challenges. And then in Thursday's class we looked at traditional banks, or TradFi, and in particular we looked at the case study of Bank of Ireland. And again, I picked Bank of Ireland because it's a good summary of what a modern bank does. It has a range of different activities, from personal through to business through to corporate banking. And then more recently, Bank of Ireland, for example, has also bought Davy, Ireland's leading financial services independent company. So again, I suppose to clarify, the world of financial services is evolving, and as mentioned, sometimes banks compete directly with fintechs. Other times, for example, AIB bought TransferMate, which was a fintech for currency solutions for its business clients. Other times, consortiums of banks get together to provide apps that compete with the likes of Revolut. So we saw Zelle in the US, for example. So again, this whole space is evolving, and what I want you to do really in that essay is supposed to take one case of a fintech and discuss really what's been happening in that space, discuss its business model, its strengths, weaknesses, its business environment, and the challenges facing that particular fintech in 2022 into 2023. So that's it for week 4. As I said, not the most scenic location, but just in case you're curious, it's just at the back of the Marriott Hotel in Eyre Square. You'll find the Porter Shed during the week. You can walk in and see, have a look around. If you are particularly interested maybe in a local Irish fintech, it might be one that you could maybe get in contact with to see whether or not that would be a potential case. Okay, thank you very much.